welcome back for more family storytelling. My name is Reid Miller and I got a story for you today. Going to talk a little bit about how things are going too. It's a sunny day outside and my garden is finally in. Oh, I'm so pleased. Everything's growing really well. All the carrots and the beets and the squash and the okra. Do you like okra? I like okra. I have a new pear tree too. I transplanted it from another yard into my yard and I'm giving it lots and lots of water every day. It looks like it's going to do okay. Yep, the weather's nice. I've been thinking about going and relaxing outside. It's a good day for a bike ride. I think you like to bicycle too. I do. Maybe go for a hike or go for a swim or go paddling or go fishing. Yeah. Being out in nature is a lot of fun. And that's what a friend of mine who's in this story liked to do, be out in nature. It's called The Story of Jenny and the Giant. Yes, Jenny liked to be out in nature. And she liked to do fun things too, like make a pizza or make some chocolate chip cookies or have some ice cream. But her favorite thing in the world was riding her bicycle. She loved to go riding her bicycle with the wind blowing in her hair. It was like flying. And whenever she wanted to go on her bicycle, she'd go to her mom and dad and say, "Mom, Dad, may I go for a bike ride today?" And they'd say, "Well, dear, what do you remember about the safety rules?" And she'd say, "Oh, let's see now. I bicycle on the same side of the road where the people drive their cars. I bicycle on a bike path when I can. I use my hand signals for turning and stopping. And I make sure I'm wearing colorful clothes. I wear my helmet. Make sure the handlebars are on nice and tight. The brakes work. The tires are pumped up." And one day she asked her parents, "May I please go for a bike ride?" And her parents asked her about the safety rules and they said, "Yeah." So she got her bicycle out. She checked it out to make sure the handlebars were on tight, the seat was adjusted, the tires were pumped up. She was wearing colorful clothes. She had her helmet on. So she stood astride the bike and she looked both ways. There was no cars coming, so she took off down the road. Boogity, 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 boogity. She was having a great time. Now, where Jenny lived was at the edge of a town, kind of a small town with not a lot of traffic and cars and trucks going around. And her parents had given her permission to bicycle out just past the edge of town where the farmers grew things like corn and beans and hay. And so she made a corner and she started out across a field. Boogity, 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 boogity. She looked off in the distance and she saw something kind of strange. Looked like that hill moved to me. No, hills don't move, she told herself. So she kept bicycling. Boogity, 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 boogity. Going down through the valley where her town was and where the road where she was bicycling was a stream. And so the stream wound around and the road wound around the stream too. So she went around another bend and looked off in the distance. Looked like that hill moved a second time. Nah, couldn't be. Let's see. Wind moves, water moves, creatures move, but hills stay in place, she told herself. So she kept bicycling down the road. Boogity, 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 boogity. Well, she went around another bend and looked off in the distance, and there was no doubt. The hill did move, except it didn't move side to side. It just grew taller and taller and taller and taller until she realized where what had been moving, what she had thought was a hill, wasn't a hill at all, and instead it was a huge, grumpy, smelly giant. Blah! And the giant came stomping down the valley. Boom, 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 boom. The giant put one big, giant, stinky foot across the road. Boom! Jenny stopped her bike and she looked up and said, "Oh, gross, P.U." The giant looked down and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fizz. I'm the biggest thing there is. Macho, macho. I can do anything I want. I can do everything better than anybody else. So fee, fi, fo, foo. For lunch today, I'm gobbling up guess who." And the giant reached down with big, grubby, scummy, hairy hands to pick her up and gobble her down. Jenny looked up and said, "No one, that's who." "What's the matter? Didn't you hear me the first time?" said the giant. "I'll tell you again. Fee, fi, fo, fizz. I'm the biggest thing there is. Macho, macho. I can do anything I want. I can do everything better than anybody else. So fee, fi, fo, foo. For lunch today, I'm gobbling down, guess who? And Jenny looked up and said, forget you, boo-boo. What do you mean? Said the giant. Jenny said, well, you probably are the biggest thing in the world, and you probably can do just about everything better than anybody else. But there happens to be one thing I can do better than you. And what might that be? Said the giant. Jenny said, I tell you what, we'll have a contest, you and me against each other. If you can do everything better than me, you can gobble me down for lunch. But if I can do just one thing better than you have to do whatever I say. Okay? Okay, said the giant. Me first. And Jenny thought, yeah, big pushy ones always gotta be first, right? The giant said, I can jump higher than you. Watch this. The giant crouched down and jumped up and back down. It took a whole minute to go up and come down. Boom. Well, Jenny got off her bike and she rolled it over and laid it down gently in the grass, and she took a jump. Yahoo! Plop! And she could only jump about as high as a chair. The giant could jump higher. The giant said, I can run faster than you, too. Watch this. And the giant took off running. Boom, 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 boom. Ran all the way to the end of the valley and back in just 1 minute. Well, Jenny looked both ways. There was no traffic on the road, so she ran across the road and back. Zoom, zoom. The giant could run faster. The giant said, I can hit harder than you, too. Watch this. And the giant made a fist as big as a school bus and whirled the fist in the air. Whoosh, 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 and hit a tree. Boom! The tree fell down. Well, it was summertime, and the dandelions had turned from yellow flowers to little white puffy seed balls, so Jenny went over and she plucked the stem of one of those and pop! Hit the seeds, and the seeds blew away in the wind. The giant could hit harder, too. The giant said, I can yell louder than you, too. Listen to this. And the giant took a great big breath. And the giant bellowed. Jenny looked up and said, no contest, you win this one. Bad breath. P.U. The giant said, I can lift more than you two. Watch this. Well, the road Jenny had been bicycling on did wind around to follow that stream in the valley. And since it wound around, it didn't go very far, and her parents' house was nearby. The giant ran over, boom, 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 and grabbed hold to Jenny's parents' house and lifted the whole house right up out of the ground. Whoop, boom, and put it back down. Well, Jenny ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran over to her backyard, where she had a doghouse for her little dog, and she picked up the doghouse, boom, and put it back down. The giant could lift more. And the giant said, I can also eat more than you. Watch this. Do you remember the tree the giant knocked down? The giant reached over, grabbed that tree, and ate the whole tree like a piece of celery. Blow, 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 blow. Burp. Well, Jenny looked around, and there on the ground she saw some clover. She had studied in school and with her mom and dad in the garden, and she knew clover was safe to eat. So she plucked a couple of clover leaves and ate them. Yum, yum. Nope. Burp. Excuse me. And the giant could eat more. So once again the giant said, ha 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 ha. Fee, fi, fo, fizz. I'm the biggest thing there is. Macho, macho. I can do anything I want. I can do everything better than anybody else. So fee, fi, fo, foo. For lunch I'm gobbling down guess who. Jenny looked up and said, no one. That's who. And why is that? Said the giant. Jenny said, there's still one thing I can do better than you. And what might that be? Said the giant. Jenny said, I can hide. There was a bush nearby. She jumped down behind the bush and she disappeared. She stepped out again and said, okay, big boy, give it a try. You got 3 chances. Ha! 3 chances to hide? That's easy peasy. Ha 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 ha. You see that bush over there? And there was a bush as big as Jenny's parents' garage where they put the cars inside. The giant ran over, boom, boom, and jumped down behind the bush. Whoop! And the giant disappeared, except The giant's elbow stuck out at the sides. That's one chance, Giant. You got 2 chances left. Ha ha ha! Just letting you think you had a chance, small fry. You see that big tree over there? And the giant pointed to a tree bigger than Jenny's parents' house. The giant ran over, boom, 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 jumped back behind the tree, whoomp, and disappeared. Except the giant's shoulders stuck out at the top. Okay, Giant, that's 2 chances. You got 1 chance left. Ha ha ha. Just letting you get your hopes up, Pee-wee. You see that big hill over there? And where the giant pointed was down at the end of the valley where there was a great big hill. The giant ran, boom, 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 and jumped way back behind the hill, whoomp, and disappeared. Except the giant's ears stuck out and flapped in the wind. Okay, Giant, said Jenny, that was 3 chances. And now you've got to do what I say. Everything I say is a matter of fact, and the first thing is you got to go get yourself cleaned up. Next thing is you got to stop gobbling down people. And the most important thing is you can come back and play as long as you play fair. Okay? The giant said, okay. And the giant went away. Jenny got back on her bike and she bicycled away and had a very satisfactory day. Boogity, 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 boogity. That's the story of Jenny and the giant. Well, thanks for listening to my story at Family Story Time today. And I want to say hello to a few friends out there before we finish up. There's Adele way out there in Colorado who likes to go hiking up in the mountains. And there's Alex in Iowa who likes to help in the garden. There's Kathy in Louisiana who likes raising puppies. And there's Virginia in Washington who likes dancing. I like dancing too. I think you probably figured that out. All those folks are my friends, and I hope you have friends that you do fun things with, like dancing and gardening and hiking too. And you get to do that as much as you possibly can. So it's time for a little dance to finish off our family storytelling time. And as you get ready to do the dance, I'm going to show you a little sign here and ask you, if you can, there you go, to send a donation to the information on this sign, or get your mom and dad to if they can, because you see, about 3 months ago my calendar just fell empty. All those programs I might be doing, telling stories, singing songs, calling dances for families, they're not around anymore, and I don't know when they're going to be around again. So I'm coming to you here with this recording saying thank you very much, and hope we get together again soon. So, are you on your dancing feet? Are you ready to go? Here we go. Thanks for sharing with me today. We'll get together again soon.